So cute. All right, my friends, super happy to have you all here. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to introduce my amazing mentor. If you don't know who I am, I'm Meredith. I'm an executive in Imperium. I've been here for about 3.5 years, and this amazing person, this amazing man has been by my side this whole time, pushing my boundaries, making me stretch into the person that I'm meant to be, always doing his best to show me the greatest parts of me, even when I can't see them myself. He is a black diamond in our company and is an extraordinary example of what servant leadership can look and feel like, with a whole big flavor of fun and freedom mixed into the game. So it's such a pleasure to be able to welcome you, Robin Tala, soon to be Red Diamond, perhaps even Crown. I can't wait.
Yay, thank you, Mayor. I always can count on you for an amazing introduction that makes me feel so awesome. You have mastered the art of edification, that's for sure. And your team is rocking right now. It's so good to be working with so many activated people who you have magnetized. So proud of you and everything that's going on. What's up, everyone? Nice to see all of your faces. I love that we are in this big wave of momentum right now. We have 76 people on the line right now. We've been getting up to 100 and beyond, which is really, really, really great. And today is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. Can you believe it? And I'm really excited to be here with you all to talk about the entrepreneur mindset. This is one of the most important things, important aspects of your personal and entrepreneurial development. Because we can be doing all the things, but the mind, as we all know, can block us or it can empower us. And I know so many of you are feeling empowered right now, and blocks come up. So we're going to talk about all the things we can do to step even deeper into the entrepreneur mindset. The first thing I want to do, though, is I want to talk just for a tiny second about the UBT, the Ultimate Business Transformation. This is a promo that Purium is running right now. You probably already heard of it. It's been talked about. Sarah's talked about it on a few calls, so I'm not going to go into a lot of the details of it, but the very basic outline is that if you enroll, when you enroll 3 brand partners, so anyone who gets any of the packs that include the launch pack in a week period, then you get, on top of the points from those brand partners, so if they're getting the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation with the launch pack, that's 270 points each. If you get 3 people within a week, you get an extra 500 points, okay? So that's 270 times 3 equals 810 plus 500. That's 1310 points that you could be getting in that week. And if you do that all 4 weeks of the month times 4, that's 5,240 points, including your bonus points. And if you get one more, and then if you get 10, brand partners in a month, you get an extra 1,000 points. So add, just without even going into what all the extra points for the packs are, add 1,000 points to that, and you're at 6,240. So this is a really good way to get to executive and helping your brand new consultants and your brand new enrollees get the Ultimate Business Transformation, the UBT promo, right when they enroll is an incredible way to grow your team really quickly. Now, I know that one of the first things that when we hear about powerful promotions can come into our head is a limiting belief. Oh, I can't do that. In the past, I haven't done that. What I can tell you, and we're going to talk about this more in this call, is that your past does not define your future, baby. And you got to get that. Because this business works in quantum leaps, okay? You can have nothing happen for 4 days or for 2 weeks or for 5 months or for 2 years, and then all of a sudden one thing can change everything. One person who comes in with a powerful energy can change everything. So we attend to the nuts and bolts of our businesses for sure, and we expect miracles. And we keep working day in and day out to turn over every single rock in the riverbed to see which one we find the gold under, okay? So this works in quantum leaps. So be careful. One of the first things I'm telling you here on this call is do not fall into the trap of the limiting belief of defining your future by your past. Expect miracles and mine for quantum leaps, okay? So we have a few people who have achieved and done amazing things with this promo. And so I'm gonna bring a few of them on right now. So the first person I wanna bring on is Kiki, and Kiki is brand new. She's enrolled directly to Sarah Rhinelander, and let's just make sure Kiki's on. Sarah, did you see Kiki on already? Kiki, if you're on, come off mute and just tell me you're here. Oh, you're here. All right, there you are. Carolyn, Kiki. So Kiki's enrolled directly to Sarah. She just signed up. She hit Fast Start Consultant and got the UBT, I believe, maybe in your first week. So what I want you to share with us, first of all, congratulations. That is so cool. That's incredible. It's powerful. And the reason that we wanted to have you on the call right away is I want to back up this idea that sometimes people get these limiting beliefs. Oh, that's really hard. I can't do that. Well, Kiki is living proof that you can come in and in your first week, you can hit consultant and get the UBT. And Sarah is living proof that you can help someone do that. Okay. So Kiki, I'd love for you to just come on and share maybe 2-3 minutes just about how this has been for you and what you did to rank consultant and to get the UBT in your first little short amount of time here.
Wonderful. Well, first of all, I just want to say I have so much gratitude for Sarah. I think that was the first thing that I did right, was lining myself up under her. So just, you know, she's been such an inspiration to me over the years, watching her business grow and her health and vitality. So I've been following her, and just recently the timing was right to jump in for the cleanse. I was open to the business, but not, you know, really determined or anything. I just, you know, it came with the cleanse. I was like, sure, you know, I'll take that. And Sarah was like, well, you know, would you be open to sharing cards? And, you know, I said, you know, I'm open, but I'm not really looking to fast start. I really just want to, you know, use the products first and share. And she just planted a few seeds, you know, okay, well, maybe think about if you know of anyone who might want to start a business, and, you know, think about sharing the opportunity. So within the first 24 hours, I completely just coming from a very authentic place, was just sharing it with a good friend of mine, Noelle, who's on this call somewhere here. Hi, Noelle. And really no agenda, just authentically sharing my excitement for about to jump into this cleanse. And I did, you know, kind of tell her there's a business opportunity. I'm not really sure what I think about that. And, you know, right away, Noelle messaged me back and was like, well, I'm in. I'm like, you are? Like, really surprised. And something lit in me. Something got lit in me at that moment. And I started to be open to the seeds that Sarah had planted. Like, Kiki, do you know of a friend who might want to start a business? And I thought, you know, I actually do have this one friend, stay-at-home mama, super into health and always talking about starting a business. So I reached out to her. You know, that was my second yes. And I think just being open to the different avenues of networking, because then I went to Facebook and did a post and got my third sign up. I did get a couple no's along the way too, and I didn't, you know, let that discourage me. I think being open to the possibilities, just open to the possibilities and those intuitive hunches that you get and just following those, and being open to the coaching, because obviously there's a system in place. It works for a reason. And, you know, being open to, okay, Sarah's suggesting this, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And from a mentor that I've had in the past, you know, something that really stuck with me was that if you're not happy with your results, or if you want them to change, there's a belief behind that result. So you have an action in between. You have a belief, which leads you to take an action, and the action creates your results. So if you're not happy with your results, then go back, find the belief, change your beliefs, change your life. And for me, I really 100% believe that this is an opportunity, an amazing opportunity that I'm sharing with people for health and wealth. And I think just really believing in it reflects to the people that I'm talking to. And I just wanted to share last night, really quick. My daughter and I were picking cards, and I picked a card about my business, and I got the cheetah. Right there's the fast start right there. So I'm just going to read the last sentence. Purpose and passion, right? The passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why, right? Before you start running. And so for me, it just, it brought me back to that why. And honestly, my why is crystal clear. Like my why, I just have this vision. And, in 6 months, I'm going to be moving into my own beautiful home with my daughter. And as this progresses, I'm going to have that freedom location to live between Kauai and here, maybe go work in Tahoe for a week. So I'm super fired up to be here. Really grateful to be a part of this community. Thank you for having me. And I would just say, really just follow your leads from your upline. There's a reason why it's all in place and it works. So thank you.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Kiki, and congratulations. And
Thank
I
you.
love hearing your story of that natural unfolding, but also just the saying yes and the stepping in that you did, the following the coaching. That's beautiful. I'm going to bring on another one of our amazing executives who is heading towards Diamond if she hasn't already gotten it, and looking like she is going to be double ranking to Green Diamond. Now, this is another story of how you really have to make sure that you're not limiting yourself by your past, because Erica has been around for a while. She's been doing this for a while, and she could go with her story of like, oh, I've only signed up like a couple. She was guesting on our Diamond call, and I think she said something like, in the last like 2 years, she's only signed up something like 5 brand partners or something. And then something shifted in her, and she has gotten into massive action. And I believe that she's at 6 brand partners this month and or more. We're going to let her tell us. And she's already gotten the UBT and is heading towards 10 for that UBT as well. And those points are really important for her rank advancement, as well as the rank advancement of her upline mentor, who is getting ready to double rank red to crown as well. And so it all is connected, right? So when we do this, we are showing our downline, we're showing our upline, we're showing everybody what's possible. So I want to bring Erica on the call, and I know that Erica has a brand new person, Dion, who's here too, who's going towards Fast Start Consultant right now. And so I want to keep this fairly short, but I want you to definitely dig in here. So Erica, I want you first to tell me, first of all, tell us what you did. Correct me if I'm wrong, of how many brand partners you brought in and how many you had before and how many you have for the UBT. And then I want to know specifically what changed for you and in your mindset, and then what changed in your actions for you to go from where you were to where you are.
Thanks, Robin. Super excited to be here with this Bliss Ohana. And this is definitely a time for me where there is
You with us, Erica? You just cut out. Looks like she might have dropped off the call right when she started talking.
Erica broke the internet. That's sometimes happens. We can break the internet when we're really having a huge energy coming through.
It looks like maybe Dion is still here.
I'm back here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. I'm going to finish this share. I am in rural Big Island, Hawaii. I do have 2 amazing Purium partners beside me. And when I was just saying, when I hung up, was I am in serious growth mode in my business. And I've been here for 3.5 years. had a lot of really challenging life circumstances, and I hit pause and start and pause and start many times in my business, probably at least 3 significant pauses of like 4 to 6 months or more where I did nothing. But I've continued to come back in, and through serious reevaluation with what is this business and what can it do for us, I came to this resounding truth that this is definitely the vehicle that is the fastest, most efficient way to make the income that I am wanting and needing right now. And about 3 to 4 months ago, I had a huge shift in my why, because I contracted to own my first home here in Hawaii, and did a 6-month escrow. And now I've got a fire under my butt to retire my mom and provide for 7 of us and come up with that down payment and that monthly mortgage. So my dabbling into Purium, sometimes I'm feeling it, sometimes I'm not, turned into a whatever it takes, I'm doing this. And it's a lot easier and working smarter than all the other things I could create as my own entrepreneur right now, which is where I've been at for 25 years. So right now I am like all the way, and there's momentum in my, and it's duplicating. So I'm super excited to say I've been executive for over 3 years, and I've already surpassed 9 points this month, like popping by the hour. I feel like that multiplication effect in full bloom has finally like hit fruition. And what's happening is that it just feels like something that, as I claim this energy, the people in my downline are also claiming this energy. And like, I just moved this amazing woman here, brand new partner, Sarah Faye, into my downline. And she just moved into my house about a week ago. And she was like, the frequency is so high, I have to be a part of this. So she's been a customer from like 3 years ago in my downline, Allison's organization. We had to get her right back activated into a partnership with us. And the UBT promotion is so right now. Like when I, first of the month that I was on this time and run, I knew that I wanted those extra points guaranteed. And right now I'm actually striving for my second UBT in the next couple of days, and I'm running for that. And the feeling of being in a run, like just grinding, focused on achieving that, is so invigorating and exhilarating. It like fired me up to reach out to just boldly people that I knew even cared about me. I was like, if you love me, will you say yes? I'm looking for your support in my business right now. Are you ready to order these amazing superfoods we've talked about forever? Even like old best friends and old boyfriends. And they were like, yeah, no. I was like, okay, great. Love you, but I can't chat right now. I'm looking for my yes within the hour. Click. And just kept calling people. But essentially, many people in my team have activated, and the UBT is just really getting all of us excited. I've 2 other people in my down hit, and I have like 3 of us running for it in the next 2 days. And I mean, that's potentially thousands of free points in our volume that is helping us all rank. And my organization right now is looking at bursting 3 new diamonds in the next 10 days, and we are excited. And our frequency is like high, it's unstoppable, it's magnetic, and it's coming in. And so I attracted this amazing new partner, Dion Garcia, who I'm really excited to bring into my organization. Got her on a connect call a few days ago with Sarah. And Sarah was like, okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself. And Dion was like, I have this goal, it's big. I have, a vision that is unstoppable, and just like immediately had determination and passion, and was super clear she was gonna hit her mark within 10 days, and has just been tuning into the Fast Start program and the UBT, and then like really sensational goals. And it feels good to be calling partners into my organization who are at that level of frequency and focus, which is a totally different thing I've ever had before. I've been bringing in my best friends who just been like dying in the program. It's a different energy. So and I couldn't be happier about this growth. And what it really speaks to is not just me hitting personal goals, but truly, truly being of greater service to the world around us and to my greater community, and to offering solutions at a time when the world needs them, and when sharing these solutions at large is saving lives. So that's what I stand for. That's what I speak to. And it's amazing to be here. And I just want to thank everyone who's a part of this organization. Aloha.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Can you feel the energy? So Erica's energy that you can feel, that is what is magnetizing all of these brand partners, all of these points, all of these people to have their lives impacted, to be part of what we're doing. So you can harness that energy. So take some of that into yourself right now, that energy that you feel, let it, plant it as a seed in your heart, and let it blossom, and come to your prospects, to your social media with that energy. So I want to go ahead and move forward from here into talking a little bit more about what goes into the entrepreneurial mindset. I think the first thing that's so important to focus on, and you've heard Erica say this, is your why. And we can have a whole call just on your why, and we have, so I'm not going to go super deep into your why. But if you think you have a why, I want you to check it, and I want you to ask yourself this question: are you hungry for your why? How bad do you want it? And if it's anything less than, I am insatiable for it and I want it so bad and I will do anything for that, if it's anything less than that, then you need to dig deeper. Because the why that is going to get you into the entrepreneurial mindset and give you the energy and the commitment and the stamina to really go for this is one that you are absolutely hungry for, and you will stop at nothing to get. So I want you to find that. So I was on a call with one of my brand partners, and we were talking about her why, and she told me her why that she's had for a while. And I said, that doesn't sound like you're that excited about that. She's like, oh no, well, and you can like, she could like tell me from her mind like why she wanted it. But what I'm looking for is something from her heart, something that's you can hear it in the tone of her voice. So I was like, okay, that's great. That can still be part of your why. It's about breaking ancestral lineages of scarcity consciousness, etc. That's awesome for sure. But I wanted to find something that she was excited about. And so I was like, okay, so imagine that you are about to make $2,000, $3,000 this month. What are you going to do with that money? And she just stopped and like thought for a while. And she's like, well, I've been wanting to do this photo shoot with this awesome photographer for my website. And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I really want that. I was like, okay, great. And then what else do you want? You make $3,000 this month. What else do you want? She's like, well, I've been really wanting to go down to the Keys and get a house on the beach, an Airbnb on the beach, and just like spend some time down there. I was like, yeah. I was like, do you want that? How bad do you want that? She's like, I really want that. I really want to do it. I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, what are you going to wear for the photo shoot? She's like, oh, I want this beautiful blue dress. Like I can see it, the earrings, everything. I said, okay, here's what you're going to do. After this call, go shopping online, find the dress, find a picture of it, find the earrings, find a picture of it. I want you to find the Airbnb you're going to stay at and send me a photo of that, a screenshot of the listing, and I want you to reach out to the photographer and tell her, not quite there yet, but really soon I'm going to be hiring you for this photo shoot. Get so specific. Get something that when you want it, it makes your face do this. It makes your heart jump forward. It does not have to be some altruistic saving the world thing, okay? We talk about that, and that's something too, and that's great. And I have that, as you know, in a deep level. But it's also perfectly okay to have whys of things you want to make your life better right now. That can be material things. That can be just something that makes you, it's not about the thing, it's about the feeling, something that makes you jump forward and think, yeah. So find what you are hungry for and then make it real. Find those pictures, make the reservations, create like a vision board of it. Print them out, make a little collage, put it somewhere where you can see it because you need this as a motivation. Because here's the thing. We say we want things. We say that we have these goals, but when you really look at your life, are you acting in alignment with what you say you want? Are your actions actually actions of someone who really wants that goal? I think all too often it's in the abstract, and we actually aren't acting in accordance with getting our goal. So we need to find a goal that is going to make us really go for it and actually put in the time and effort to get what we really want. So I want to tell you a little story. I was in Purium for 19 months floating around at consultant director executive. I actually came in and ranked a diamond in my first month, came in really strong. And then I backed off and my actions were in alignment with my goals. And so then, I technically was a diamond, but I was only ranking consultant director, sometimes executive. And that was 19 months that I was doing that. About 16 months in, I made the decision to go to this big event in Las Vegas called GoPro that's for multiple network marketing companies, and they had all six-figure earners on stage all weekend teaching, training. The man who runs it, Eric Warai, who some of you have heard of, he was speaking on stage, and it was something that he said that changed everything for me. He was talking about this. We say we want it, but how do we act to get it? We say we want these big things. We say, I want to make 6 figures a month. I want to make 6 figures a year, whatever. But then you look at your schedule and you're working like 5 hours a week or 2 hours a week. Is anyone that you know who makes 6 figures or more, or anyone you've heard of, doing that by starting a business and working 2 hours a week, 5 hours a week on it? No. People who have, this is what he said. He said, people who have the kinds of careers where they can make the kind of money that we do, that we can, 6 figures a year, 5 figures a month, sometimes 6 figures a month. The people who have the careers outside of network marketing who make that kind of money are people generally who have gone to 8 to 10 years of school and invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a career that pays them like that. We're talking lawyers, talking doctors. So does that lawyer go into the pre-undergrad for law school, or doing their prereqs for the undergrad, and they just say, oh, well, if I don't make, this 5 figures a year by my second semester of my freshman year, then I'm a failure, or within my first 2 weeks. So he said this thing on stage. He's like, what are you investing into yourself? How bad do you want your dream, and what are you going to do to get it? Are you going to act like you are in law school right now? Are you going to act like you're in medical school? Are you going to, if you're in medical school and you can't do surgery, by the second semester, are you going to call yourself a failure? No, you have to put in the time. You have to invest in yourself. And when I heard that, it clicked for me. I'm like, here I am sitting in Las Vegas at this event. I'm invested enough to get here right now, but my actions haven't been in alignment with my goals. Absolutely not. And I made a decision right then and there. This is in November of 2016. I made a decision right then and there to change my actions. So I left that event, and I went back home actually to visit my family, and I was just going for a small visit, and there was a big snowstorm, and I got snowed in, and I wasn't going to be able to fly back out when I decided to, and I didn't really have to get back home. And so I decided to stay there, snowed in, at my sister's house in Indiana, and just go for it all the way. Put in the type of hours that I would put into going to pre-med or working a full-time job, or if I invested $500,000 in my own business that I wanted to start, how hard I would work. So I just went for it all the way. I made long lists. I reached out to every person, just like Erica was saying. I just talked to people until I found the yes. And if it wasn't yes, I said, I love you so much. I'm really busy right now. I got to go. And I kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. Did I see results that month? No, not that month. Maybe small results. I got some people to join in the clans, stuff like that. But I didn't let that stop me, because just like Eric said, if you can't perform surgery in your first semester, your first month or whatever, then it doesn't mean you're a failure. You just have to keep going. Just keep going. So I just kept going. And so then I flew back to California, and that was in January, and I kept going, and I kept putting that time and effort in. And I had other jobs going on too, but I just found the time. I found the time in the morning, the time at night, any time that I could do this. Then it was February, and we all went out to Kauai for the very first Kauai event that Sarah organized. And by that time, I had a small team forming. This is right when Meredith had joined my team, and I had about 3 or 4 people who came to that event with me. And it was great. I thought that was a big success. I was on my way. I went to Hawaii. While I was in Hawaii, one of the people who had signed up to do the cleanse with me that I did in December, she called me and said, hey, I have a friend who wants to do this. And so I said, okay, get her on the phone with me. So I'm sitting out back of Mana Foods in Maui after the Kauai event's done, on the phone, hiding in this like enclave where the trucks load food into the store, because it was so windy that my headphones were like but she couldn't even hear me. So I'm like hiding in this trucking like bay, like with crazy wind, having this connect call. And this woman is talking about how she's had cancer and how she needs to stay really on top of her nutrition, and this is what she's been looking for. And it turns out that that person is Kristen Bostiels, who is the partner of Eddie Modestini, who is one of the most well-known yoga teachers in the country and in the world. And they have a massive, massive network of yoga teachers that they work with and train. And so I was really excited, but also really nervous. I was like, oh my God, if they like this, it could be so big. And Kristen asked me, she said, is this one of those network marketing things? And right then I had the choice of what to say. I just had to say, yeah, it is. She goes, oh, great. I've been looking for something like that. All my friends do doTERRA, but I'm not really that into it, but like, I want something like that. And so she signed up then and there, got the package, brought it home within a short time. Eddie was on board too. There's more details there, but that moment of bringing in Kristen is the reason that back in December at my sister's house, I was working. That one connection opened up so much on my team. And I don't know what else happened from that month, but Kristen came on. Okay, so that's 3 months from December, okay? So I'm seeing some results from my actions, but I'm continuing to work hard, okay? Then, so that's February, end of February. Then I get home, and the next month, I start March 1st, I'm in this house sit in Oakland, and I just lock myself in the house sit, and I just decide to go for it, keep going for it all the way. I had never even re-ranked Diamond at this point. We're 19 months from when I re-ranked Diamond, or when I ranked Diamond originally. So that month, I just used every amount of time that I possibly could. I was so hungry that I couldn't not achieve it. I needed to re-rank Diamond. I had to. And so I did everything I could. And by the 3rd week of that month, I re-ranked Diamond. I got to 15,000 points and 3 consultants on my team. And it was the 3rd week of the month. And at that moment, I had another gig that I was going off to do to, like pay some bills or something. And my mentor said to me at the time, here's that pattern, that reason that your business wasn't working. You just generated all this energy and now you're going to go off the grid. What would happen if you stayed? Do you think you could hit Green Diamond? Now, Green Diamond is double the points of Diamond. It took me 19 months and then 3 months of the year, 3 weeks of the month to get back to 15,000 points. In 3 weeks, I generated 15,000 points on my team. Green Diamond is 30,000 points in 3 directors. When I was prompted with that prompt, like, could you reach green with 1 week left to go in the month? I was like, that seems impossible. I said no. Actually, on the phone, I said no. I said, I'm going to go do this other job. It takes me off the grid and whatever. I got to pay my bills. But then I hung up, and that little voice inside of me was like, no, you got to do this. I was like, oh my God. So I canceled my other gig, and I stayed in that house with 1 week of the month to go. And I went all the way. And that week was insane. It was crazy. I was on so many calls. I was just calling everyone I possibly could. I was helping all my teammates find people. And on the last day of that month, at like midway through the day, I was at like 28,000 points of 30. I was so close. We're still like 2,000 points to come in on the same day. And I was just like, oh my God. But I just kept going. I saw it as happening. I expected miracles and dug for the quantum leaps. And by that night at midnight, we did it. My team in 1 week went from diamond volume to green diamond, and I double ranked diamond to green diamond in 1 month after not getting it for 6 months. It was insane. It was insane. And that month, I got to my goal, what I was hungry for, of making a full-time income with this. And then, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but 3 months later, I ranked blue diamond. And that's where it's really like more than a full-time income. And ever since then, I've been making a full-time income with this for the last, 3.5 years or whatever it's been. So I wanted to share that story with you, and then I want to dig a bit deeper into what I did. So I made, at that event in November in Las Vegas with Eric Wari, what I did is I made a decision. I made a decision to treat this actually like a business and to stop wasting my time going back and forth. Because when every day you sit down and you think, oh, am I going to do this? I'm not sure. Well, I'll try it today. Maybe I'll keep doing it. Maybe I won't. This energy of indecision is one of the worst things for your business, because it will, first of all, repel successful people from you with your energy, because successful people want to work with successful people. And second of all, it's a time waster. It actually wastes a lot of your mental energy. So first thing, I made the decision to work my business. What Eric Wari asked us all to do is to make a decision to work our business for 3 years without reevaluating. To decide how much time you could do it, and then just go for it for 3 years and not question. So whether that's 1 year for you, 3 years, 5 years, I encourage you to do that. Take notes. Make a decision, make a commitment. Make a commitment to your business and stop wasting time trying to decide whether you're doing this or not. If you're gonna do it, decide how long you're gonna do it for, and just go for it. So what that can look like is actually making a contract with yourself. So when we start to talk about contracts, this is interesting because so many of us have been existing in the employee mindset. We've all been raised in this educational system that was created during the Industrial Revolution to be workers. And so we're all raised with this idea that we're supposed to be employees, right? And so the entrepreneur mindset is totally different than the employee mindset. But it might not be just as simple as saying, oh, get into the entrepreneur mindset. So how can we use the employee mindset in order to get into the entrepreneur mindset? This is my answer for that. Hire yourself as your own employee. Make a contract with yourself that you are working this for X amount of time, for X amount of hours, X amount of days per week. What I recommend at least to start with, and this is what we're all on our 90-day run right now, is 90 minutes, 5 days a week, plus our 3 Zooms, and that's 10 hours a week. Now, if you really want to go for it and you are so hungry, then make that 15, make that 20. Figure out what works for you, figure out what is realistic, talk to your mentor about it if you need to vision this, but figure out what you can contractually agree to with yourself. Write a contract with yourself, and then hire yourself as your own employee. When you look at the work you're doing, think about this. If you had a business and you were working and you were the employee working for your business, would you hire yourself or would you fire yourself? How are you doing with that? And if your answer is that you wouldn't keep yourself employed at your own business, then it is time to step it up. Hire yourself as your own employee, sign a contract with yourself, make it real. And then find accountability, because you can say all of this, you can print out your contract, put it on your desk, have your vision board, do all of these things. But if you're not accountable for it, then tomorrow when something else comes up, tomorrow when I'll be really vulnerable with you guys. I have a very challenging relationship in my life right now with someone who I was in a romantic relationship with. And we are having some friction, and I really want healing, and she's not showing up for it. And this morning, I received a message from her that was very triggering, and I took the bait on text, and we started going back and forth on text, which is exactly what I don't want. Like, I want to actually talk and have a conversation. But I took the bait, we started going back and forth. It made me feel worse and worse. I've been so good, like we haven't talked in 2 weeks, I've been so good, I've been in it. I'm about to lead my first mastermind Zoom for you guys, first one I've led in weeks. Sarah asked me to step forward, take the helm. Last night, you know what I did? I taprooted in my organization. I have someone with a podcast in my organization who's not really working the business, but he's shared it with so many customers over the last 2 years. I reached out over text to 250 people last night. That is an accomplishment, all past customers. That is an accomplishment. I was riding super high. And then this morning, right before I'm supposed to lead this Zoom, it all comes crashing down. And I just feel totally unfocused. I can't think about what I'm supposed to talk about. I feel angry, I feel upset. And I knew in that moment that I needed accountability and I needed support. So about 30 minutes before the Zoom started, I texted Sarah and I said, Sarah, I just had a really, really challenging thing happen. I need some support right now. Can we jump on the phone and talk? And she got on the phone with me and I said to her, I don't even have the energy to tell you what happened. I just need you to help me clear this energy right now. And she showed up for me and she helped me clear the energy. And she talked about the downloads that were going on for her and that multiple leaders have been feeling like really intense energy, even just today. But the point is that I didn't let that derail me. I didn't say, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to text Sarah and say, hey, something just came up. I can't do this. I'm sorry, but I can't lead the Zoom today. That's what I wanted to say. I felt scared. I felt like what I could bring forward wouldn't be of value. I felt unfocused, and I just wanted to shrink back and hide. But instead, I embraced my commitment to seek accountability. And I called Sarah and it worked. And she walked me through, she just straight up channeled and helped me move some tears and some energy. And then we did some toning together and it cleared it. And I got in the Zoom and here I am right now, okay? So creating accountability with your upline or thank you all for all the comments. I'm glancing at them and I'm gonna go back and read them more in a little bit. I love you all so much. But creating accountability is so important with your upline and with your sideline. And to me, what I coach my team to do, and I would encourage everyone here who has a team, if you've never thought of doing this, or if you want to do this, ask your upline to do it with you. So when you create your contract, when you hire yourself, the next step is you're going to make time blocks of 90 minutes and you're going to put them on your calendar and you're going to tell your mentor when are those time blocks, what days and what times. And then as the mentor, I put them on a special calendar of mine so I know when people have committed to work, okay? Then I tell them, when you're sitting down to work on Purium, text me or communicate with me on, usually it's a thread with their mentor. I'm coaching like a connect coaching session. Text us both and we're gonna be here for you. And all I do is the person says, I'm sitting down for my work session now. And if you're in my downline and you're not doing this and you wanna do it, I recommend you do it. Tell me when you start working and I'm just gonna text you back and say, awesome, or great work. It's just to know that you're being witnessed and there's someone else there. Then if you have a question, you can always voice memo. You're not just floating off by yourself. And then at the end of your session, you tell your mentor what you did. You also write it on your tracker, of course. The tracker sheet is an incredible tool and resource. It's also so important as part of this. But every day on a daily basis, you're telling your mentor, this is what I did today. This is how many conversations I had today. And you're also telling your mentor if you're feeling stuck. And I had one of my downline do that with me today. She said, I'm showing up for my work session right now, but honestly, I'm feeling stuck and I don't know what to do. And I didn't have time to jump on the phone, so I had her voice memo me. And she voice memoed me what she's getting stuck with, and I voice memoed her a 1-minute voice memo back, and it totally dissolved what was coming up for her, and she got into productivity, into action, right? So having that accountability is so important. You can do all these things, but you have to have someone that's witnessing it, that is helping you. And we're here as your mentors, your upline diamond leaders, to do that with yourself. So you have to find what you're hungry for. You have to be hungry for something. Find what makes you yearn for success. And success is not the completion of your goal. It's the thing that brings you to your actions every single day. So I wanted to give you that download today, and then I wanted to bring in a few more voices here. The first person I want to bring in real quick is Noelle Rivet. Noelle is inches from Fast Art Director right now. She is on Kristen and Eddie's team. She's amazing. And she just had something come up for her where because of this whole pandemic situation, she had been getting away from her serving job. She has like 3 or 4 different jobs. She had gotten her serving job down to like 1 day per week or something like that. And then all of a sudden, when the job came back and they opened up or whatever, she's found herself, if she wants to keep that job at all, they need her like full time. And that was not her plan at all. So she could have let that totally derail her from her Purium business, but she's been showing up. So Noelle, I wanted you to come on and just share with me for just maybe 1 or 2 minutes here about what you've been experiencing and how, despite your challenges, you've been staying in the entrepreneurial mindset and showing up for your business.
Okay, so yeah, so many challenges have been cropping up, and I'm sure for so many people during this pandemic, very similar experiences happening. And I've always kind of been a jack of all trades and dabbling in a bunch of different things, but starting an affiliate network marketing business online for me has been such a huge desire, that time and location freedom. And when I was forced to go back to my serving job full time because of these circumstances, and my massage therapy and yoga jobs not being in phase 1 and having to wait until phase 2 and 3 for my career to start back up, I was kind of like feeling like I was going in 2 steps backwards. And I was at work and just being like, oh my God, I could be spending this time just devoted fully to my Purium business. I was really frustrated that I wasn't able to be at home in the comfort of my office and just slaying it on my Purium business. So I felt frustrated, but I was like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm just gonna do both. Like, I've been known to have several jobs at the same time before and crushed my goals. So what's stopping me? So I just stayed on my phone. I sent messages to people. I've been reaching out to people, even though I put in like 60 hours of work last week. I signed 3 new people up to Purium this week alone. I had somebody just order while I was sleeping, and I woke up and got this message, and I was like, oh my God, like I just can't stop doing this because and I've had so many people reach out to me that I've been working with since last month who have been having amazing results, and it just is so fulfilling. It's just like, this is the kind of work that I'm meant to be doing, coaching and advising and just helping people. And I honestly, my love for Purium and how it makes me feel, I'm day 21 of my 30-day transformation right now. Like, I feel incredible. So that feeling, that sensation, that embodiment is my driving factor. If I can get other people to realize how good they can actually feel in their bodies, then that is my driving force behind this. Like, I just want to share this with everyone and anyone that will, hear me out and be willing to try it. So yeah, I've just been continuing and forging forward, and and just not letting anything stop me. If it's an obstacle, it's just something to overcome, not something that's gonna, you know, make me abandon ship. So that's essentially where I'm at right now.
Thank you so much for speaking and for sharing, Noelle. It's inspiring to me. I'm sitting here with full-time energy for Purium and still making excuses not to do my work sometimes. And so to hear your story the other day or yesterday driving when you told me about what's going on and that you're working like full-time hours and still working your business just inspired me to show up even greater. And that's what these diamond minds are about, is inspiring each other to show up like that. So thank you for sharing. I want to open up space for a few more shares, but first I want to just put a tool in your hand, because you've got all this stuff, right? You've got all these ways to get into the entrepreneur mindset, to hire yourself, to make a contract, to use the tracker sheet, all of that. But here's something, and you already know it probably, but I'm going to remind you. We have one of the most amazing opportunities that we've had in the last several months, and something that we do not do every month, which is a huge group cleanse that all the diamond leaders and Sarah, our fearless crown leader, are all leading together starting on the full moon on June 5th. And we are doing on our Sunday prospecting Zoom in just a few days, we are doing a giveaway for an ultimate lifestyle transformation. That's over $400 in retail value. Anyone who comes to that Zoom can participate to potentially win that. All of your diamond leaders, we're pitching in money so that all of you can have this opportunity to invite people, because people love giveaways. We're actually paying, each of us are paying to buy that ultimate lifestyle transformation so that all of you can leverage that opportunity, okay? So people love giveaways and people love group cleanses, and now is a perfect time when everyone's at home and summer's coming. And so use that, invite to that, reach out and just say to the people on your list, or even more people that are on your list, expand your list, say, hey, I was thinking about you today because I'm about to do this awesome superfood group cleanse with like accountability and support and a couple hundred people doing it. And I want some friends to do it with me, and I thought of you, and I thought you might really enjoy it. So there's an info Zoom on Sunday that I'm gonna go to, and I was curious if you wanna come to the Zoom to learn more about it. Can I send you a link with some more information? If you send that out to 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people, you're going to see growth in your organization for sure. So make sure in these next few days to really take advantage of that, because people have to order by the end of the month to be able to be in our group cleanse. And you will find out what are all of the qualifications for the contest on that Zoom. So if they ask, oh, what do I need to do to win? Just say, come on the Zoom and you'll learn there. By the way, this is open to all current brand partners as well. You can enter the giveaway, but here's what you have to do. You have to actually buy an ultimate lifestyle transformation and then be on the Zoom on Sunday. And then on that Zoom, we're going to tell you the other qualifications to win. But if you want to be part of the contest, you have to do the same thing that all the customers or the potential customers do too. So just to let you know, and you can do this. Please take advantage of that. Make sure you're on the Zoom on Sunday, and make sure you're taking advantage of this, because our next group cleanse like this is probably going to be several months out. So this is a really, really good moment, good opportunity. So with that, we're just a little bit here, but I want to ask, we have for just a couple people, who has a burning chair that something that,
You're breaking
can
up
you hear
there.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to just really quickly, I just want to, because you were a little choppy while you're explaining the contest. So I just want to make sure everyone's really clear on two things. One is we are not inviting people to wait until Sunday to buy. Okay, we don't want to hold back anyone from buying to see if they're going to win. So we have within the contest, if somebody purchases their package before we close the date and they win, we will give them a rebate for their package. Okay, so we don't want to have this to slow down any purchases. And for brand partners, if you want to enter, same goes for you. you have to purchase your package now, and then you can enter the giveaway and get a refund. Also, brand new prospects do not have to, only brand partners have to purchase in order to be entered, but prospects do not have to purchase. So someone can enter without buying, and then we will give them the money to buy their package. So I just wanted to make sure that we're like, there's no slowing down in momentum. There's no feeling of like, oh wait, like, yeah, I'm interested, but I want to make sure, I want to see if I win before I go and buy something. So that's a really important part of the messaging as we're inviting people. Back to you, Tala. Uh-oh.
Give me a yes if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, well, we're right at the top of the hour anyway. I hope you got a lot out of this Zoom. I hope that you can use some of this. If you have an inspiring share, something that you felt so lit up about from this Zoom, go into our Bliss Ohana group, our Superfood Social Business Support group right after this, right now, while you're feeling that energy, and make a post or jump on a Facebook Live and tell us about what you took away from this Zoom and interact with each other. And this is going to help you start getting practice for doing Facebook Lives too, so, which is really important. So thank you all so much for being here with me, for witnessing me and my vulnerability, and for Zoom today. I'm so proud of all of you, and I can't wait to finish out this month super strong. We still have 10 days. So much can happen in 10 days. So let's rock it out and have an amazing day. Talk to you later.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tala. Aloha, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Tala. You're amazing.